Where on earth do you start with something like this? It's just a bag of bits, literally.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first thing to do really is try and piece it back together, to try and work out what goes where and see what's broken.
Having cracked the jigsaw puzzle of the broken stained glass window and drawn a template as a guide, Matt's also identified how much glass cutting is needed.
There's 2 pieces that are broken, and then there's 1 piece that has a little notch in it. I'm gonna have to replace these. And also, I'm very concerned that this notch here, because it's in a window and there's gonna be quite a lot of movement, this is gonna turn into a crack. So I'm actually going to replace this one as well.
Pieces with all straight edges are easy for a professional like Matt, but some shapes are more of a test of skill.
I've got a curved line, but you score it in the same way. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to do this in one fluid motion, because if you stop halfway through, then you've got the risk of causing a little notch in it, so you want to be as fluid as possible. It doesn't break in exactly the same way as when you do a straight line, but you can tap the bottom, and by the time I get to the end, hopefully it's just going to fall apart. So that sound is incredibly satisfying, particularly when you've got a nice clean cut. It's just, there's nothing quite like it.
Dom's getting to work on the steel bars, which will strengthen the glass panel by securing it directly to the door.
It's quite a simple job. I just need to take a little notch out of each side and drill a hole so it fits flush inside the door frame and screws in place. OK, that's it, roughly cut into shape. Next thing, to drill a hole through there and then give it some final shaping and a quick polish.
So this is one of the parts that is very exciting, because the window's going to start to take shape. It's been flat on the drawing so far, but now the pattern is going to really come alive. It's going to be framed by the lead. Great. If you've got a good foundation like that, chances are the rest of the window's going to be really good. I've got to a curved bit now, and I'm wrapping the lead around the glass. I'm trying to get it as tight as possible. That's a surefire way of making sure the window, hopefully, isn't going to break. The final piece has gone in. Really happy that it's still matching the drawing. So now it's onto the soldering. And that's when the window is gonna become really, really solid, and I'm gonna be able to move it around a bit. I'm just tinning it now, just make sure that the solder runs nice and smoothly over the joins. Right, let's start. If it gets too hot, then it is actually really easy to burn through the lead. If you could just put some pressure on, go straight through. If it's not hot enough, then the solder doesn't melt properly, it doesn't flow, and you don't get a nice droplet. If you meet a fellow stained glass professional, quite often they'll look at your solder joints, and then they'll be able to tell whether you're good or not. So this is one of the really fun parts. This is the cementing of the window. You pour this big gloopy mess where the glass meets the lead, and you make sure that it fits underneath all of the lead leaves. When it sets, it's really, really solid, so just add strength to the window. Maria really is going to struggle to break this window again.